Hello girls, it's time for Nana's bedtime story. This one's called The Three Little Pigs by Roger M. Fred. Once upon a time there was an old mother pig who had three little pigs and not enough food to feed them, so when they were old enough she sent them out into the world to seek their fortunes. That night the three little pigs left the house. They make a fire and talked to build their own house. The first little pig was very lazy. He didn't want to work at all, and he wants to build his house out of straw. He then bought straw from the cow. Moo. The second little pig worked a little bit harder, but he was somewhat lazy too, and he wants to build his house out of sticks. He then bought sticks from the mole. The third little pig worked hard and wants to build his house with bricks. He thinks it was a sturdy house, complete with a fine fireplace and chimney. It looked like it could withstand the strongest winds. He then bought bricks from the lion. All them bricks from the lion. The first little pig built a house from straw and could be built in one day. He thinks it was a sturdy house, complete. The second little pig builds a house from sticks and could be built in 2 days. He thinks it was a sturdy house, complete. The third little pig builds a house from bricks and could be built in 4 days. He thinks it was a sturdy house, complete. It looked like it could withstand the strongest winds. One day a wolf happened to pass by the lane where the three little pigs lived, and he saw the straw house, and he smelled the pig inside. He thought the pig would make a mighty fine meal, and his mouth began to water. So he knocked on the door and said,
little pig, let me in, let me in."
But the little pig saw the wolf's big paws through the keyhole, so he answered back, "No, no, no." So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. The wolf opened his jaws very wide and bit down as hard as he could, but the first little pig escaped and ran away to hide with the second little pig. The wolf continued down the lane and he passed by the second house made of sticks, and he saw the house and he smelled the pigs inside, and his mouth began to water as he thought about the fine dinner they would make. So he knocked on the door and said,
little pigs, let me in, let me in."
But the little pigs saw the wolf's pointy ears through the keyhole, so they answered back, "No, no, no." So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. The wolf was greedy and he tried to catch both pigs at once, but he was too greedy and got neither. His big jaws clamped down on nothing but air, and the two little pigs scrambled away as fast as their little hooves could carry them. The wolf chased them down the lane and he almost caught them, but they made it to the brick house and slammed the door closed before the wolf could catch them. The three little pigs were very frightened. They knew the wolf wanted to eat them, and that was very, very true. So the wolf knocked on the door and said,
little pigs, let me in, let me in."
But the little pigs saw the wolf's narrow eyes through the keyhole, so they answered back, "No, no, no." Well, he huffed and he puffed, he puffed and he huffed, and he huffed, huffed and he puffed, puffed, but he could not blow the house down. At last he was so out of breath that he couldn't huff and he couldn't puff any more, so he stopped to rest and escape. After the wolf fled that night, three little pigs ate dinner and reviewed their mistakes. The two little pigs now felt sorry for having been so lazy. They too built their houses with bricks and lived happily ever after. The end. Night night, girls. Hope you have a good sleep and you're all good girls. See you later. Love you loads.